Yeah, welcome again on my YouTube channel. And it's another beautiful day that we are here. And bro, today is just another amazing day because when I say this, people think I'm the one who's going crazy. But the wisdom of a woman tend to wake up after she's been character developed. That's when women become wise, bro. Before they've been character developed, the wisdom is like it's dead. And as I was just taking my round on the internet and reading articles, you know, you go on Pinterest, you find something that looks interesting, you read that article on Pinterest, and you are like, oh shit, I didn't imagine things could just be like this. And then you close this one and you open up another one, and you're like, here's another one, and here's another one. Bro, it's something that I'm really finding very, very interesting. These articles that I'm coming across every other day, I'm like, we as men can see these things. Bro, you who listen to me, or you who watch the videos that I post here every day, by now you should be able now to start looking at things. You look at whatever your brother is doing, and you're like, I can see where the red flags are because Chris said this, he said this, and he also mentioned this. But for some, it seems like that's not their vision. That's not what they want to look at. They're like, oh no, he's just another madman who's just saying theories that do not make sense. But anyway, before we go into any of before we go deeper into this conversation, let's read this story together because I got a very interesting story. And probably, bro, this story is a definition of why women get become wise after being character developed. I'll read it. Let's go. First of all, we begin. This woman is 42 years old. And I'll listen to the whole story. It must be. Anyway, let me not talk too much. Let's just get into the story, shall we? I am 42 years of age. My ex husband and I dated for 9 years. We were best of friends. I waited until he completed college and started work. My family and his family met, then met. We got married and had a son, 27-year-old now. So this is not a young couple. This is the couple probably almost the same as my father and my mother here, right? Their son is 27. So he's my age mate, right? And they met 9 years. The woman was patient. She waited for this guy. Let's continue with this story because this is one of the most interesting ones that I came across today. So, my husband was short tempered at, at times, but our problem started when I wanted to make him feel he couldn't control me. You see, the devil that exists in women wanted to make this man feel that he cannot control the woman. And you see, gentlemen, if you have a woman whom you cannot control, and I'm using the word control by being careful. You cannot protect something that you don't have control over. So I can control this laptop here because I have control over it. I can control my phone because I have control over it. But the woman wanted to make the man feel like he cannot control her. She's independent. She has freedom. She can do whatever she wants to do. Let's go. Every time we argued, I will pack my bags and go to my family and explain. My sister will phone my husband and shout at him. Did you hear that? So first of all, in this marriage, anytime that they argued, she will pack her bags, go to her family, then probably go to her older sister and say, "Oh no, talk to my husband about A, B, C, and D." And then the husband will be humiliated by being shouted at by the older sister to the woman, right? I never wanted divorce. I just had pride and I never wanted to look like a loose woman in his eyes. Okay? One day I pushed him so hard that for the first time he beat me and locked me outside. I went to my family. My family took him to the police and to the police. Every time I looked like I was being abused. But to be honest, I used to abuse my husband emotionally. He was arrested. Listen to this. He was arrested and detained. That's crazy, mate. So he was arrested and detained. You see, she played the victim card here. So she was the one that will do the crazy things. Then she goes to her family and cries victim. And her family will do what? They will see her as the victim. That's why, gentlemen, one thing that you guys have forgotten is don't accept to be the victim. In any story, don't be the victim. It's better for you to be the villain, be the monster. But being the victim should be the very last thing. Because anyway, the moment you go and decide to become a victim to someone, uh, but they've already won that battle. And in the case of the lady here, she went and she cried the victim. And this time, the husband was arrested by the police. Because, gentlemen, the world is a very femicentric world out there. A woman can cry in court, by the way, and her tears will vindicate her. But when a man cries, they will say, yes, he is guilty. He should be crucified. Let's continue. It's a very interesting story here. So, what? He was arrested and detained. I asked my, I was asked by his family to withdraw the case. I felt that I was doing, I felt that what I was doing was wrong. My husband was never a violent man. He did what he did because I pushed him to the wall, of which he openly knelt down and apologized. You see, she's recognizing that her husband has never really been a bad person. It's her who pushed this man to the wall. And I'll also blame the man here. Gentlemen, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you've been pushed to the wall, the best thing that you have to do is either you remain silent or you walk away for your peace and for your dignity. Don't involve with back and forth quarrels with a woman. Don't get yourself involved with that because anyway, you cannot beat this journalist at a radio station, but women can talk non-stop. So don't get involved yourself fighting a woman verbally. No, leave that shit to them. And here, this lady is recognizing that she's the one who did not listen to her husband. So I withdrew the charge and we reconciled. After 3 months, I packed my bags after a small issue and he remained alone. After 2 days, I received a call that he was in hospital. My family told me that I shouldn't go there because it would look like I was begging him, and my sister believed I was feigning the illness. My sister believed he was feigning the illness. All this time, people felt sorry for me like I was the one being abused. He spent a week in the hospital. After he came out, just after he came out, I just received a divorce summons. I wanted to say no to divorce, but because I felt this pride, I wanted him to change his mind and beg me. I called him and said he would get the divorce because I lived like I was in hell. Let's continue. My I lived like I was in hell. Where did I stop that story? Yeah, I wanted to say no to the divorce, but because I felt this pride, I wanted him to change his mind and beg me. I called him and said he would get the divorce because I lived like I was in hell. When we went to court, I wanted to make him pay. So I told the court that I need his properties to be shared. To my surprise, he openly told the court that whatever he want what kind of English is this? Whatever he wanted, he and I acquired together should be given to me. All he wanted was a divorce. And we divorced in 2007 in July. Now, as we speak, my husband is married whilst I'm here wasted. My family members are gossiping about me. I depend on what my ex-husband gives to my son for for survival. I know I wasted my marriage. I am here telling no, before you even go to her nonsense advice. The advice that she has is meaningless anyway. So, gentlemen, you see, first of all the red flags are here. They're already written here. This woman, gentlemen, the day a woman packs her things and she leaves your house, you should never get back that woman. Let her go. Because if you try to fight this war, this is a war that you've already lost. Because anyway, why is she getting so comfortable packing her things and decided to go now to her sisters for her now to decide, okay, fine, my sisters are the one that will be thinking on my behalf. No, you should not allow that. No, no, don't allow it. She wants to leave, let her go. You didn't kick her out, she left. Bro, me, if my woman was to leave the house, that would be the end of her. I will never ever want to see her in my house again. Because, and now this man must have been also another weak idiot. Because why would you be allowing her to be making this back and forth movement and you being disrespected by her family? Gentlemen, you should be treated like gods by your wife's family. If not that, it's either that or nothing or the highway. Now, here she is. She wanted the man to come and beg. You crazy. Bro, me, I can't remember the last time. Probably the last time I begged the girl, she's a girl that I did really, really love. And she was like, no. She said no to me after me begging, and I was like, okay, fine. I will make sure that you're the very last woman that I will ever go to and beg for anything. Bro, don't beg for love, don't beg for relationship, don't beg for children, don't beg for nothing. And this morning I was sat here as I was reading a book, The Subtle of Not Giving a Fuck. And in this book, it says there is a law, a law that exists in this book that says the backward law. Bro, the more you care, the more you beg for something, the more this thing will be far away from you. The more you chase money, the more you'll never get it. The more you chase women, the more you'll never get them. But if you work in the backward law, you don't chase them, you just chase your purpose, you chase your goals and your ambitions. Then all these other things, they come and they will be added unto you. So the brother here was first of all weak, an idiot, and probably didn't. He thought that the world should just revolve around his wife. That's why she would go home and come back, go home and come back. And even God, he went to an extent of kneeling down, asking her for forgiveness. And because the committee of her family, you guys go back. There's a video I did here a couple of days ago about the committee. This committee must always be destroyed, whether it's her mother, her father, but destroy the committee. Because here, this woman, the committee was the one that decided, yes, now you should sign for this divorce and leave your husband. And once the committee decided, and the idiocy in this woman, she decided now, yeah, I'll sign the papers and finish it there. Remember, the man was never violent. Out of all the incidents that she's been doing, the man got violent just once. Just once. And boy, even if out of 100 incidents, getting violent with a woman, you've already lost that war anyway. No wonder he had to go on his knees. Because anyway, all this could have been prevented. You should never go on your knees for a woman. But the brother was here now, going on his knees and begging and all this shit. So now, anyway, let's finish up with the story here. I am here now. I am here telling all wives that they should be careful on how they get advice. You see, now she's becoming wise. Oh, very nice. I like this. I like this. I should give it a term. I like this. Uh, let's find it a very premenopausal wisdom. I will call it the premenopausal wisdom. Now, listen to this premenopausal wisdom. I am here telling all wives that they should be careful on how they get advice. Don't be cheated. Don't entertain family interference in your marriage. My dear reader. Now she has full wisdom, the wisdom that she didn't have when she was in her marriage. Oh shit. Even my younger sisters are much more respected than me. What the fuck do you expect? Those who encourage me to get divorced always teasing and bad mouthing me. Please, ladies, be vigilant in your marriage. Thought it was wise to share my story to save your marriage. There is no benefit in pride for nothing. This is the menopausal wisdom in this woman. She's 42. At the age of 42, nobody even wants you. Who will want a woman at the age of 42? Even 42 is a bigger push. After 32, we are like, madam, the world does not revolve around you anymore. There is this young Janet here, fresh from high school. She's just finished college. She's 21, still looking good, physically fit, and everything. So, who are we going to choose? The society is more likely to protect this younger one because at least she can give birth to another 9 children. You, at the age of 42, probably menopause is already kicking in. So, and now she has this menopausal wisdom. And now she depends on the money that the husband sends to the son for her now to survive. Now it's a life full of regrets. And sometimes when we say these things to women, they think we are the haters. They think, oh yeah, toxic masculinity and all this shit. Bro, if you hear a woman who's still mentioning toxic masculinity, you can gauge her. Probably she's between the age of 17 and 27. Actually, 26. Past the age of 26, there's nothing like toxic masculinity. Do you think this woman will ever say any bullshit like toxic masculinity? It does not fucking exist. At the age of 42, you're done. You think you can come here now and become wise. So now these are the kind of women. A woman like this one, now she's bitter at life because the other husband, he's gone and he's remarried someone out there in the world, and he's living his best, his very good life. Now, someone like this woman is likely to become a feminist activist and now recruit all the younger ones because she never took the chances at life. And now she recruits all the other one and now starts selling them this agenda of feminism. Oh no, men ain't shit. Men, bro, this is the making of a feminist. She had a chance. Any woman that gets a chance of a man that will want to marry her, you should bow down to God and say, God, thank you for favoring me amongst the many women out here in the world. But there's plenty of women in the world, plenty of beautiful and good ones. But if I today come to you and I say, listen, Kevina, let me just use the word Kevina. Oh, Esther, Esther, listen, I want to marry you so that you become my wife. She should be preaching and bowing down to God the same way Mary bowed down to the angel saying, why me? Because, bro, someone like me, probably the choices that I have, I can count. Can I count? Two, three, four, probably 9 or 10 at the moment. The ones that I know would want me to say something like this to them. Bro, past the age of 27, these women don't have as many options as the ones that they have when they are 17, 18, 19, 20. But these options, they dwindle quickly. But they think, oh yeah, I can live your best life. Look, this one had the chance. But where did she take the chances? All those chances that she never took. Now she's here miserable, depressed, worried, and bitter. She's not even respected. Her younger sisters are respected more than she is. But when we say these things to women, they think, oh no. And it's something that is very, very common among our black women. But anyway, that should be a conversation. Anyway, why not just talk about it anyway, now that I've started? Among our black communities, both here in Europe, I've not been to America, but I think it's almost the same thing. And now Africa is busy copying this kind of nonsense where we we take it so much for granted that, bro, if you're a father and you have kids that are girls, you should be telling them, by all means, find a man that will marry you. Because that's the only way you can achieve happiness. Happiness in career, I don't think so. Over the last 10 or 15 years, what's one big invention that has been made by a woman? I'm listening. The biggest invention that has been made by a woman. Thank you. There's nothing. But they have the capability of becoming the greatest human beings that the society has lied to them. No, this is not great. Bro, the power of being given just a sperm and transforming that thing through your nurturing skill, God given skill, and now it becomes a human being. Bro, that's so powerful. That's why they give all our women these contraceptives and everything free of charge because, anyway, they're not paying the money, but they are paying with their bodies for these contraceptives. Oh, we think, oh, yeah, it's just free of charge. No, your body is the price. Gentlemen, sometimes when I have this kind of conversation, I hope that our girls get to wake up and realize, okay, fine. Whatever idea that I've been sold to by my grandmother, your grandmother is evil, just like your mother is if she's bitter with your father. So don't expect any good advice from the two of them because they're all bitter that their husbands still has options and they still have to pursue their goals. The only place where girls should be finding advice, they can only get their advice from two people. That's their brother and their fathers. That's it. Anyone else, they will mislead them. Not even their mothers. Their mothers cannot. And why am I saying that? Of course, the mothers, they play their good role. I'm saying they cannot give them the guidance because let's say she's a single mother and now he is the child who who's come with a potential husband. They'll be looking at this husband and they'll be like, you, we don't see anything happening with you here. Probably they might even start finding the guy attractive. Who knows? So that's all for today, mates. I'll see you in the next one.